Today's video is sponsored by Pixel Connection, where you can buy, sell, and trade all of your camera gear in one place. So Sigma just released a lens that actually broke the world record for the fastest zoom lens ever. This is the 28-45 1.8 Sigma Art lens, and it's 1.8 all the way through. And in my opinion, this is going to be an environmental portrait photographer's dream. And also, if you're a videographer, this is going to replace the 18-35 1.8 that they created for the APS-C cameras quite a few years ago. And whenever that lens came out, I was so excited because I thought it was a full frame lens, but here it is, the actual full frame lens, the little brother but big brother to that lens at the same time. So I'm just excited to hop into this review, let you know what I think about it, show you a ton of images from a real life photographer and things that I would typically shoot with a lens like this. So I hope you guys enjoy this review. Let's hop right into it. It is very exciting that this is the first lens of its kind. A 28-45 is a really awkward focal length if you think about it. If it was a 28-50, it would make a little bit more sense, but the 45-50 is so negligible that you wouldn't even know a difference unless somebody told you. I could see it also being a 24-50, which honestly sounds a lot more soothing for me. I'm not sure why, but 28 millimeters is my favorite focal length, period, thanks to the Leica Q that I got several years ago when it first came out. I was addicted to that, and I love the 28 millimeter focal length. And I also shoot through 35 and 50 at weddings. So having something that I could carry around all day at a wedding and never have to take it off would be fantastic. And this is where this lens shines for me. I didn't get to keep it very long, but I did take quite a few portraits with it that I'm gonna show to you throughout this video. There you go. Oh, it's cool. Just like that. That's great. Bring your chin this way a little bit though, because I want there we go, the eyes are popping here. Chin up a bit. There we go. Just get like the smallest grin here. There you go. A little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. That's good. I decided to come to see Elliot, who is a super technical photographer, and I knew that he would be better at this than me, and I was excited about the lens, and I thought that he would be just the person to shoot with it. So we're here at Sonder, the studio in Nashville, and yeah, we're gonna see what this thing will do and what the resolution's like is really what I'm interested in, from 28-45, wide open, and through the apertures as well. So let's hop in.
Yeah. Spot on.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. As good as it gets for me. Eye, look at the eyelash. Spot on.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Look at that detail.
Look at that beard. Looking good, man. Jason Statham. Minimal focus in distance. Holy sh**. Are you serious?
Yeah, close as I can get. Hold on. It was on your eye. There we go.
Jeez. Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Lord help my wife.
Sexy.
So obviously corner sharpness on this lens is doing a great job, especially if you're somebody that shoots high profile stuff where everything needs to be corner to corner sharpness. I think this is more than likely gonna be a pretty great lens for you. I think it definitely lends more into the environmental portrait aspect of things, because it is a 28-45, which is all good focal ranges for any type of environmental portraits, which I shoot quite often. And in the corners, I was surprised at there's the lack of vignetting. It's just not there. And then how sharp this lens actually is. Of course, if there's no vignetting at 28, there's gonna be no vignetting all the way through the focal range. This is just impressive what they've done. They've also cut out chromatic aberration. It's just not a thing anymore, and it's still getting to the point to me, I'm like, what are we going to improve on if there's nothing to improve on anymore? No chromatic aberration, sharp, wide open, all the corners, and lack of vignetting. The autofocus is incredibly fast. We're gonna test out the focus breathing or lack thereof with this lens when we go through this sponsorship. As you can see, there's not any there. Pixel Connection is the one-stop shop for all of your camera needs. You can buy, sell, and trade at Pixel Connection. There's one located in Ohio, there's one in Nashville, and there's also an online store at Pixel Connection where you can go and get all the gear that you'll ever want and ever need, including the lens that I'm shooting with right now, the 28 to 45 1.8, the first lens of its kind, breaking records. Shout out to Sigma for making an awesome lens. As always, thank you, Pixel Connection. Go check them out in the link below. I think videographers are going to flock to this thing because of the focal length. The 28mm has such a great way to show and tell a story. It is just, to me, the best focal length that you can have, and then having the reach of a 45, almost a 50, is fantastic because you get that compression and it just really makes your subject pop. I love that Sigma has just stuck with the aperture ring, and it feels like every Sigma art lens moving forward is going to have that. The 24 to 70 Mark II that they just released has a nice aperture ring. Here's a link for that. You should definitely go check it out because that's a phenomenal lens as well. So having this aperture ring is amazing. I think that anybody that's photocentric, this brings joy to us because we actually have tactility within the lens, and it makes you understand photography a lot better, in my opinion. I'm just super happy to have an aperture ring because it does make you feel like a photographer again, and honestly it brings out the creativity in me because it feels like I'm actually doing more and communicating with the camera rather than it doing all the work. A lot of people are going to probably complain about the size of the lens, and it is a large lens, but you have to think it is a full frame 28 to 45 at 1.8, and honestly I expected it to be quite a bit heftier than it is. It's long and it's got an 82mm filter thread, if that tells you anything. It is a big lens, and I could see if you're somebody who enjoys to travel and take photos, then this probably won't be the lens for you. But if you are a travel photographer, then you probably would not mind having this with a 70 to 200, and that's all you would need. A lot of people would go 24 to 70, then 70 to 200, but having that 1.8 and this tack sharp of a lens is absolutely incredible. I could definitely carry this to several different countries if I wanted to on a trip. I actually just took a trip to 6 countries with the 35mm 1.2, and it was huge, but at the same time I got really lovely photos, and I also didn't mind carrying it until like the last 10 days it started to weigh on me. But the thing was, it was weighing on me not just because of the actual size of the lens, but because there was no versatility at all. And if I would have replaced that with this lens, I would have had a lot better of a time and would have superior images because I could have got a lot different focal ranges within the photos that I actually took during that trip. I hope you enjoy that video as well. If you want to check it out, here it is. So overall, in my opinion, I'm just so proud of Sigma for creating a lens that breaks records, because that's what they're doing. They're breaking records. They are making Sony think to themselves, or actually create their own version of the lenses that they're making now, which says something that the body that this is for, we have a third-party manufacturer making lenses that they can't even do yet. So I'm sure that Sony's going to come out with something very similar to this soon, but Sigma beat them to the punch. Here we are with the 28 to 45 1.8. I'm gonna go out and say that if I did not have a 35 and a 50 already, I would probably just get this lens, and I've already considered selling the lenses that I have and just buying this because I don't need all of that. It's insane to me that I don't need all those lenses now because of this lens right here. This is the one that's going to probably end up changing my workflow, and I probably will just shoot this at weddings, and then my wife will have a longer lens. So yes, incredible lens. Sigma did a great job. Pixel Connection, thank you so much for allowing me to review the lens, and I hope you guys enjoyed all of these photos and this review. And until next time, peace.